Three signings this week, Brett, and we set off Monday with the news about Michael Noon.
Yeah, Michael comes, funny enough, is another Irish player. He's represented Ireland, played for Leinster, back row player, 6'4", very rangy. Reminds me very similar of Chris Blanchard, funnily enough. Has that kind of potential in his game, and when the opportunity came, he wanted to join us, and he's actually left a very good job as he works in a bank, and he just wants to give himself the opportunity to be a professional rugby player. And he fit again. He's another player who's fitted really well into what we were looking for, and sort of both aspects of it have amalgamated into him coming. So it's a great signing for us.
Giving up a job like that to take an opportunity has got to give you some confidence in his attitude.
Yeah, I think it says a lot for the person, to be perfectly honest, of just how much he wants it, and like the one thing I've said right from the start is that we'll give people opportunities, and we can do that with the experience that we've got in the squad as well. And he's certainly not going to be coming over here to be a bit part player. I certainly expect him to have a very big future here at the club, and hopefully in time have an even greater future in professional rugby.
People will have searched out his name on the internet by now, and there are some fantastic match reports talking about his excitement, his pace, his ability. It seems to have been a theme this season. The interviews we're doing are about players who are exciting and real potentials.
Yeah, he's got potential, and the game of rugby union is changing year by year, and I think Doncaster rugby is changing along with it as well. And we have to understand that perhaps what we've been good at in the past may not be good enough for us in the future. And I've said in a previous interview that we've got to be able to play in numerous different ways, and hopefully the squad that we've selected can incorporate different game plans and different philosophies. We're certainly not going to play just one way, because if we do that, we'll get found out pretty quickly. But Michael is a very good player, a very good player. And the fact that he wanted to join us says a lot about him, and it also says a lot about our future as a club as well.
By Tuesday in your week, to all intents and purposes, or it appeared to the fans, that you'd completed the front row with a young player called Alex Brown. Yeah,
Alex came up to the club about 2 weeks ago, and we made contact, and he's a tight head who's looking for the opportunity to be playing championship rugby. And he's already had a little bit of an opportunity with Bedford. And I haven't spoken to him, and spoke to Nick Walsh at Bedford as well. Nick gave him a pretty high compliment, and it was really interesting actually how it panned out. And what impressed me very much about Alex was the fact he came up straight away to have a look at the place. And again, he's another player, and I keep reiterating the point that when players come to Doncaster and they see the facilities that we've got, it's a real eye opener for them. And I think he looked at the place, and the discussions we had in relation to game time and opportunities and everything else that goes with that. I think Alex was sold pretty early on, and we're looking forward to it. He's a very good size.
Big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a good size, and I think an area that he wants to concentrate on is his scrummage, and we've got a bit of a reputation for having a good scrum, and we see that as an important issue for next year. And we're delighted with the signing. He's a good young player with lots of potential, and he certainly fits the bill for what we're looking for.
And then my worst headline of the week: the green grass of home. Tom Davies returning.
I don't think I have to say anything about Tom, to be perfectly honest, in the kind of player he is, because
heart on sleeve.
Yeah, Tom has played for the club before. He gave himself an opportunity to go to the Cardiff Blues last season, and whilst it probably didn't pan out in the way he wanted it to pan out, I know we've got a better player coming back than the one that left. He's picked up some invaluable experiences there, and it's just a real good sign-in for what we're looking for. He's, and Tom made it pretty clear earlier on that he wanted to come back. There were one or two issues with other clubs that were chasing him, but I think he's made a decision based on his future as well.
I can remember him driving all the way to Llandovery to watch us play in that storm.
Yeah, well, it was good to see him, you know, and Bryn Griffiths as well was another one who came in. You know, there's a certain attachment with Doncaster with some Welsh players, and I mean, you know, to get Tom back is a great signing, and you know, we know he's going to be an integral part of what we're looking for next season, as well as the other players in the front row. They're all going to have to do their share. It's not going to be easy, but you know, rugby isn't an easy game, but we're not going to be messing about in that area. Certainly, it's an area where we think we can do well in, and you know, we intend to try to achieve them targets that we set ourselves. But I don't think anybody in a club would look at that signing and think it was a bad sign. I think everyone's pretty pleased that it's happened, and I know from speaking personally, you know, I'm chuffed to bits that Tom has come back, and you know, he's going to complement Stuart Corser, Andy Brown, Alex Brown, and Royce as well. And you know, you've got 5 prop forwards there who can all do their shift, and you know, we're really looking forward to seeing how it progresses. And the fact that it's a new squad, it, you know, helps, and in some ways, because we're all here on a blank page and a blank canvas, and you know, yeah, it's going to be the players that paint the picture, not the coaches. The coaches have an idea, but it'll be very much handed back down to the players this year for what we're looking for, because you know, there's a fair bit of frustration, and we're going to see if we can paint the picture in a slightly different way and see what happens.
Well, talking of players, we were looking at a squad of 27. How are we looking with recruitment at the moment? What stage are we at?
Our squad is complete. Our squad is complete. We've got 2 more signings left to mention to the press, but we can't do anything at the moment because the players are in discussions with their former clubs.
And as we say, which
is always an awkward time. So we won't release that until the time comes. And in fairness, it could be, you know, at least another 2 weeks. And that's an apology on our part to the supporters, because obviously everybody wants to know the players, but you know, we just have to hope that they accept our apologies on this, and we'll announce it as soon as possible. But you know, both players that we've signed have, I believe, are very good players. You know, a very high quality of player, and we're looking forward to them, both of them joining us. But you know, we'll announce that as soon as possible. And
when do we expect them back for pre-season training this year?
Pre-season for us starts on June the 14th. Paul Devlin's already got the bit between his teeth, and you know, I think the standards that we have to set ourselves have to be incredibly high. And you know, some of the players that we've not really made much contact with at the moment might only see this through the forum, and you know, I just want the message to go out to them that it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard work, and we're not going to get away from that. It'll be hard work for the players. It's going to be hard work for the coaches. It's going to be hard work for the club. You know, but we're all going to push together in the same direction and try to move us forward, which is the most important thing. But like I want to reiterate the point, you know, that the players are here to paint the picture of what they want and how they want to, you know, how they want to be perceived by the supporters, and we've got to be able to facilitate that for them. But we're looking forward to it. We're genuinely looking forward to it. We've now got a tie-in with Sheffield Tigers.
After their recent promotion.
Yeah, they've got promoted, so yeah, they've done really, really well. And Steve Salvin, who's down there with Richard Senior and John Feely and Gregor as well. It's Gregor Hitter. It's, you know, it's a relationship that we're looking to build, and there may be some movement of player back and forth if we get the opportunities, and we've already put some things in place for both clubs at the moment. So that's something that we're looking to progress as well. But you know, the most important thing for us is the 27 players that we've got here at the moment. They're the key to the club's future, and you know, the message to them again is that it's going to be hard work, but it'll be all of us together pushing in one direction.
So I'll wrap it up with a question from the forum, like we tend to. John Bale was talking on the website about would there be a possibility of dual registration of loan players from Premiership clubs again this season?
I've already had a couple of discussions with some clubs. One of the problems we do have is financial.
Distance, I suppose, as well.
And distance, but purely financial. We've had to concentrate on getting the best squad available for 27. There may be opportunities of having some dual registration players, but I wouldn't say that's a guarantee. And the one relationship we're looking to build at the moment is the one with Sheffield Tigers, because that's a relationship we can be in control of as well as them, and both parties would feel that they're getting something out of it. Whereas I think with some dual registration players, they get split priority. So it's from our point of view, we're just going to concentrate on the 27 players first of all, and then we see where we are from there.